الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. Alhamdulillah, I've been covering some issues from, as I've shared, from the book of Imam Ghazalay that I thought was very beneficial to me, and I was hoping that it would benefit those that I share some of the information from. In this book, there were different advices given by Imam Ghazalay to one of his students. And from thus far, from all I've seen, it's all been from the Quran and the Sunnah and the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And as I continue, it was said, Saltani anil ikhlas. He said that you question me about ikhlas. وهو أن تكون أعمالك كلها لله. He said that ikhlas, he went on to describe it, he said that it's that everything we do be for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Knowing that ikhlas is defined in some ways as sincerity in this particular verse, but we know in the Quran it's described as sincerity or being pure. Mukhlis, that is an act of ibadah when you're doing things solely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he went on to say some things that I thought were enlightening. He said, and that your heart be not gladdened by the praise of mankind, nor do you care about censor. Two things here he mentioned, I think, are of importance. The area in the book that he uses for this, he's talking about riyah, that your heart and be not gladdened, and that you don't do things for trying to please and gain the things that people may say about people. He's such a good speaker, he's such a good imam, he's such a this, he's such a that. Nor do you become or care about being censored. If we check the history of some of our many scholars, and even Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were sometimes imprisoned and punished and censored because of the things that they did for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they didn't do things to please the leaders and things of this nature. So he said two things. And he said that, note that this riyah is produced by something called the Azim al-Khaliki, that is produced by overestimating mankind. And I thought this was enlightening. He said that we do this because we overestimate mankind, meaning that we think mankind has the ability and the power to do certain things. They do things to make things better for us, or they may do things to make things worse for us. And he said something also. He said that he didn't leave with saying something eligible. Why eligible? He said, and the cure or a medicine for this, you see. He said that it is to see them and make sure we understand that mankind is a subject of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning that they are under the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. that we have to see them at this. He said, and you don't see them any more than an inanimate object. Meaning that you don't see them, that they can give you any benefit or do you any harm any more than some inanimate, than this chair. Or some other thing that has no power to move on its own, to do anything. You see that you view them as no more than this inanimate object. And once you do that, you will free yourself from worrying about this riyah or some benefit that it may give. You know, there was a brother that said that money is a piece of paper, and it's only, or anything like this is a benefit when you take control over it. This chair was a benefit when I took it and set it down to sit in it. You say you take a piece of money, you throw it on the ground, it's just a piece of paper. There's no benefit unless you pick it up and take it to the store and use it. So he said, you look at the mankind just like that. You have no benefit. He said, treat them as that. No bestow any ease or hardship. He says, but so long as you think them to have power, so long as you think them to have power, then this riyah or this thing will enter your heart and cause you to want to please them or to be afraid of them. It's almost like what we have going on today, and that's the people speaking out against Gaza, against Palestine. That sometimes you have people who don't care about this. They're in the line hollering in a rally just to be seen holding signs. Are you going to the protests? You want to be seen that, yeah, I was there and I did this and I did that, but they don't really care. On the other hand, you have those who have some insecurity and are afraid to go out because I don't want to be viewed, or I don't want to be seen, or I don't want to be arrested, or I don't want to be this by the powers to be. That's the other opposite. And we know that ikhlas, as I said, has different meanings. When I was reading this, I couldn't help but think about a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that I'll close it on. And we know the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "Adinu nasiha," because the book was referring to ikhlas in this sense was that nasiha, being sincere. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to some of his companions, "Adinu nasiha." He said, to who? Who should we be sincere to? And he said, to who? To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, what? He said that we should be sincere to لله وكتابه ورسوله وأعمال المسلمين وأعمالهم. That he said that we should be sincere to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to his book, to our beloved prophets. These are things that we should be sincere to our leadership and to one another. That we should have this sincerity. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us ikhlas in our heart. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala free us of riyah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make things easy for our ummah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to overcome these things that cause us to be weak and divided as a ummah. that caused us to be in the place that we're in today, because we are here because, first of all, the ibadah is permission of Allah, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us tests and trials that we may learn from them and that we may benefit from them. This is not a punishment, but this is a benefit, a purification of our ummah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a good day. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala heal our sick. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us everything we need. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك واشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله.